he needs to be held accountable for it. There's no two ways about it. Where is he? I'll say it again. Where is the geezer? So, it is what it is. We've got to try and get on with our lives somehow and stop talking the same. Let's be fair.
I think you're referring to our former Prime Minister.
Yeah, but how comes he can scuttle off? He called all this on.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He has no regrets.
Where is he? He's in Europe, in Nice, with his trotters up. Yeah? Where is the geezer?
The hard truth is, for many young carers and young adult carers, actually love is not enough. These amazing young people need real action to help them with the challenges they face.
Danny Dyer just ripped into Kier Starmer on live TV, calling out how the world is run by cranks, while politicians do nothing about housing and bills. The EastEnders Hardman has officially become the voice of the people we never knew we needed. But what if this is just the beginning? Imagine Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson confronting Boris Johnson about his haircut, or Gordon Ramsay calling Rishi Sunak's economic policy absolutely raw. We're breaking down the most awkward political confrontation of the year and why a soap actor might be the most honest political commentator in Britain right now. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Did you ever think we'd live in a world where Danny Dyer would become Britain's most honest political commentator? Well, here we are. It happened at the Brit Awards of all places. There was Kier Starmer looking all politician-y in his nice suit, probably thinking he was in for a cushy celebrity chat. Then bam! Danny Dyer walks up and starts talking about how we've got cranks running the world at the moment. Starmer's face went through more emotions than someone who just sat on something wet at a job interview.
Or about Brexit on Good Evening Britain, and it went viral. And you said about David Cameron with his trotters up. What are your thoughts now?
Quite poetic, that, wasn't it?
That was really poetic. That
It's the
done
same
really
thing,
well
it's the
for
same
us.
thing, listen.
Are you bored? Are you really bored?
Everyone is. He needs to be held accountable for it. There's no two ways about it. Where is he? I'll say it again. Where is the geezer? So, it is what it is. We've got to try and get on with our lives somehow and stop talking the same. Well, listen, it is what it is. It's a shame. It's a shame, It's a shame. But they're just young people trying to go about their lives,
You could literally watch Starmer's soul leave his body as Dyer, in his perfect East London accent, spoke truth to power. While Starmer tried to change the subject faster than a dad who's been asked where babies come from, Dyer wasn't having any of it. The contrast couldn't have been more perfect. Dyer's straight-talking, no-nonsense approach versus Starmer's political dodging and weaving. This isn't even Danny's first rodeo in the political commentary game. Remember when he called Brexit this mad riddle that no one knows what it is? That quote spread faster than gossip at a family Christmas dinner because finally someone was saying what regular people actually think. No fancy political jargon, no on the one hand, on the other hand. Just plain English, describing the utter confusion Brexit has caused. And who can forget Dyer's legendary question about David Cameron, where is the geezer? He asked, wondering where the former PM was with his trotters up while the rest of the country dealt with the Brexit mess he created. Cameron probably felt that burn all the way in his fancy shed where he writes his memoirs. What's fascinating is watching Danny's evolution from EastEnders Hardman.
This whole Brexit thing, when you're judging them on Brexit, they don't know nothing about it. Who knows about Brexit?
Yeah, quite.
No one's got a fucking clue what Brexit is, yeah? You watch Question Time. Let's be fair.
I think you're referring to our former Prime Minister.
Yeah, but how comes he can scuttle off? He called all this on.
Yeah.
Yeah?
He has no regrets.
Where is he? He's in Europe, in Nice, with his trotters up, yeah? Where is the geezer? It's comedy.
Were you no clearer when Jeremy Corbyn explained
No, I got the
Labour's
clue.
policy?
No one knows what it is. It's like this mad riddle that no one knows what it is, right? So what's happened to that twat David Cameron who called it on?
To the voice of working class Britain. While politicians dance around issues like the housing crisis and skyrocketing bills, Dyer cuts through the nonsense. He doesn't need focus groups or polling data to know people are struggling to pay their rent or keep their lights on. It's both hilarious and depressing that we're now relying on soap actors to ask the tough questions our political journalists should be asking. When did we enter this bizarre timeline where Danny Dyer makes more sense than most of the people actually running the country? This strange timeline where soap stars deliver more political truth than politicians might be heading for even weirder territory. So what happens next? Let's imagine a world where other celebrities follow Danny's lead, confronting politicians with their signature styles. Picture Gordon Ramsay storming into Parliament, his face redder than the Labour Party logo, hurling Rishi Sunak's budget papers across the chamber while screaming, "This economic policy is raw." Would politicians finally stop serving us half-baked financial plans if they face the heat of celebrity kitchen scrutiny? At least we get some honest feedback on their fiscal recipes. Now imagine The Rock showing up at a press conference, eyebrow raised to maximum height, demanding Boris Johnson explain NHS funding cuts. Finally, The Rock has come back to Westminster, he'd announced before challenging Boris to a hairstyling competition. The Rock thinks your economic plan smells like something The Rock scraped off his boot after visiting a farm. Suddenly, those dodged questions about healthcare would get the smackdown they deserve. Or what about Taylor Swift penning a breakup anthem about Liz Truss's brief, disastrous affair with the British economy? We are never ever getting back together. Like Ever would top the charts while providing more economic analysis than most news programmes. Swift's relationship expertise might actually help voters understand exactly what went wrong with that 44-day financial disaster. Adele could bring her powerful vocals to housing debates, belting out "Hello from the other side of the property ladder" to a visibly uncomfortable housing minister. Between heart-wrenching choruses, she might ask why young people can't afford homes in the neighbourhoods they grew up in. The minister's awkward shuffling would say more than any official statement, perhaps most delightfully.
Mr. Speaker, I welcome his comments, and as you will know, today we're introducing the landmark Children's Wellbeing Bill to enable all children to succeed, including young carers. Mr. Speaker, he talks of singing. There was carols outside our front door on Monday, and my family was surprised to see the Right Honourable Gentleman shamelessly.
The hard truth is, for many young carers and young adult carers, actually love is not enough. These amazing young people need real action to help them with the challenges they face.
David Attenborough could narrate Prime Minister's questions. Here we observe the minister in his natural habitat, avoiding the question with remarkable agility, while his colleagues perform their ritualistic desk-thumping display. His soothing voice would highlight the absurdity of political theatre without raising his tone once. The joke here isn't celebrities getting involved in politics, it's that it takes celebrities to make politicians address real problems facing ordinary people. When did we enter this bizarre reality where we trust soap stars more than elected officials? When actual journalists fail to hold power accountable, maybe we need Gordon Ramsay to tell politicians their policies are undercooked. So here's the kicker. When our political landscape has gotten so twisted that we need an EastEnders actor to speak truth to power, we've got proper problems. Trust in politicians is literally at an all-time low, according to recent polling, with regular folks actually preferring to hear from celebrities on political issues. Mad, innit? It's not just Danny, though. J.K. Rowling keeps waving her wand at free speech issues, and Russell Brand has been going after the establishment for years. Why? Because politicians seem completely disconnected from what normal people actually need. Next time you watch some suit on the telly, dodging basic questions about why you can't afford a house, just channel your inner Danny Dyer. Sometimes it takes someone calling the whole thing proper mental for the rest of us to realise, yeah, it actually is.